Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to Cyber Safety Net Stay Safe Online, episode 178. I pulled today's content from the headlines. How Michael Cohen set value for Donald Trump. Yes, you read that right. How Michael Cohen set value for Donald Trump. I pulled this one from the headlines. Donald Trump is on trial in New York City. One of his former lawyers, Michael Cohen, testified, and he talked about reverse engineering reports. That's what I'll be showing you in Microsoft Excel. I'm not using the camera for this one, but I am showing you Microsoft Excel. I think you'll find this feature, which Microsoft Excel calls Gold Seek, pretty impressive. Today's presentation is sponsored by my fourth book, How Hacks Happen. In How Hacks Happen, there are two personas. There's me, Mark, the good guy, who wants to protect you, and there's Brad Cracker, the bad guy, who wants to rip you off, because that's what he does. Back in episode 102, I introduced the CIA triad, or the confidentiality, integrity, availability triad. Since we're talking about somebody on trial for fraud, I think we are in the integrity domain today. Here's a quote from Reuters regarding this trial. Donald Trump's former lawyer and fixer Michael Cohen testified on Tuesday that he manipulated the values of the former US president's real estate properties to match whatever number Mr. Trump told us. Whatever number. And that is what I'm going to show you in Microsoft Excel again, because you can look at number, which is actually the result of a formula, and tell Excel that you want the result to be something else and do whatever is necessary to change other numbers that feed into that formula. Here's a simplified example. I have a formula here that is calculating the sum of the three cells above it. This 250 plus 88 plus 145 equals 483. But if I change any of these numbers, then this total updates and the values I have in the column chart update. Let's watch this video. These three numbers feed into the total row and into the values we see in the column chart. Let's look at my notes. For starters, I want to show you how I made that happen. I use the sum formula within Excel. I double click and I see that what we see in that total row is actually the result of what's in the three cells above it. Whatever's in Bravo 9, Bravo 10, Bravo 11 combined appears in this cell, which is currently showing 483. But if I update some of these numbers for Mexico, I'll see that the total row updates and the column chart updates. Let's go back to my notes. I want to make all the properties in sum worth 1,000 million or $1 billion. And of course, to do that for this example, I want the value of the USA properties to be whatever number it takes to make the sum of all the properties 1,000 million. I'm saying this total has to be 1,000 and do whatever it takes to USA. I'm using Goal Seek. To do that, I go into Data and then What If Analysis, then Goal Seek. And I'm saying, for what I have now in cell B12, change the value to 1,000 by changing cell, whatever the value of the US is. Pretty cool. Now it is time to get a mortgage. Look, the US values are $758 million. Wow. Now let's do the opposite. We're going to deflate the value of the US properties. We're going to inflate the value of the Mexico properties to whatever number is necessary to make it so the sum is 1,000 million. So I deflate US, and I won't be 1,000 anymore. So I need to increase or inflate Mexico. Let's do a Goal Seek again. We'll go to Data, what if analysis, then goal seek, and make some decisions. It is now time to file U.S. federal income tax returns. I know you're laughing on the inside. I know your time is valuable. I know there are other places you could have been, but you chose to listen to me, Mark Anthony Germanos, talk about Microsoft Excel's Goal Seek feature as a tool to making it so reports show the information you want them to show. Thank everybody for watching.